company, she has built up technical collaborations with Tier 1 carriers such as Verizon and strategic partners like Qualcomm, Intel, Google, Facebook, Amazon, and Microsoft. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Wang.
Thanks everyone here, and I feel extremely honored to represent my company, Huawei Technologies. Actually, I'm focusing on consumer business, so the whole organization I work for is Huawei Consumer Business Group. Thanks to Dr. Gao for hosting this wonderful event. Even though this is the first time myself to attend this event, however, I know Huawei has been participating in this event for not for the first time. For today, I would like to just give you some reports about Huawei's recent achievement on consumer business. And myself, speaking for myself, I've been working on B2B business for more than 10 years, from Qualcomm to Ericsson. At the time, we were more focusing on, for instance, like radio base stations, switches, and IP networks, all these kind of things behind the consumer business, and nobody actually see it. Even though nowadays, Huawei, the total revenue on a yearly basis, alternatively, both Ericsson and Huawei, they are taking turns to the #1 in terms of telecommunication infrastructure business on revenue side. However, I think from branding and consumer business side, there's still a long way to go for Huawei consumer business. And even in that kind of situation, I'm very proudly to say that I see Huawei consumer business, even in the past few years, moving themselves to be B2B business to B2B, B2C business. It's making such tremendous progress. And when achieving this kind of progress, what I can tell is that I got a lot of support from our partners, even many of you in this room. For doing consumer business, it's not just building up enterprise solutions, which you can just sign deals, big deals, B2B. It gets a lot more connections and a lot more collaborations with different partners in the ecosystem, and also need to connect very closely with consumers and users. And I'm very happy for my personal career, I'm able to move from B2B technology enterprise solution to, even though it's still technology based, but more touch to everyday people and human life. So my assistant insists to provide me like a corporate introduction slides. It's very tiny and very humble slides. Actually, we have a lot more granular introduction about Huawei. But for this particular little set of speaker slides, we're more focusing on how to give a brief introduction about Huawei mobile terminal business, and what kind of product we're offering to users, and what kind of e-commerce and digital technology we're trying to connect with our partners. And thirdly, we're trying to give some idea about what we think mobile terminal business and mobile terminal devices can actually provide a platform for e-commerce and digital economy as well. The slides I provide was actually submitted to Dr. Gao, that was months ago. But in mobile terminal business, things changing so fast. I flew from UK back to the United States last night, and actually in this slide, we showed you our previous generation of mobile devices, and as of yesterday, the slides is already obsolete. But just want to give you some idea about what we're doing. Hopefully, making it right here. Okay. Is that it? All right. All right. So just to give you some more holistic picture about what Huawei is doing, Huawei is actually end-to-end solution telecommunication provider. It includes infrastructure business like radio base stations, switches, IP multimedia network, and also consumer business like mobile devices, cell phones, mobile hotspot, and a bunch of other data devices as well. And of course, we also have a third business unit, which is a mobile handset chipset, which is a CPU that you put inside the cell phone that has both telecommunication modem CPU as well as application processor. So for the past 20, 30 years, we grow ourselves to be a very tiny startup company to be #1 global provider for infrastructure. And for this slide, I want to show you our sales revenue for smartphone. Last year, we achieved $12.2 billion for consumer product, mobile handsets business, as well as other mobile terminal business. This is a very, very tiny portion of the revenue of our company. As of yesterday, when I received the IDC report, I saw Huawei total shipment of mobile products actually reached to be #3 in terms of volume shipment. #1 is Samsung, and #2 is Apple, and #3 is Huawei. So that has been consistently proven since Q4 last year. In terms of consumer business, one of the important things is build up the brand. The brand, in terms of branding build up, we achieved to 60 to 70% in 2014. For instance, like a year before, if you look at the picture over here, in 2013, Samsung is #1 and Apple is #2, and Huawei is actually in one of the many mobile phone providers in the middle. When we look at the branding business in terms of 2014, Huawei has already moved to be so close to Apple and Samsung, those global providers in the industry. That's what I said, in the mobile business is changing so fast. The day before yesterday, I was in UK to announce our P8. So this is P7 global launch I provide to May. As you probably know, in the mobile handsets business, we were not allowed to announce our products until the products actually commercially launched in the market. So when we send the slides, when Amy, my secretary, sent the slides to May, I was so dying to say about we're going to announce another generation of mobile handsets, but until yesterday, when I bought on airplane, I said, oh, shoot, I should have given a new update to May for the PowerPoint. But the point is that in this mobile consumer industry, things changing so fast, moving so fast, we're not only building up branding, but also need to improve the technology and innovation, as well as the continual renewing of our products so that it can satisfy customers' expectation. Branding to me is more representing quality, consistency, and responsibility. When we talk about the design brand, it's not only about industrial design, but it's also quite a few functionalities we are able to improve people's life, people's productivity, and the convenience of you on a day-to-day basis. And another product, another product actually I brought in today is Mate 7. In Huawei consumer products, we're trying to segmentize our products to different kind of groups. Even for consumer product, we have an enterprise solution like our M7 series of products, and P series we're more targeting for business users. But we also have a G and Y. G stands for Gold platform, Young for young youth segmentation, and P for Platinum. M actually is an alternative name coming from Diamond, D series. So we try to reach different corners of consumers' life and try to satisfy our global users from different countries. Currently, Huawei have a relationship with over 150 top operators in the world, including NTT Docomo. People always say this is a very tough operator, but eventually we are able to build that relationship with all operators, telecommunication operators in the world. In China, for instance, this Mate 7 product, just within a quarter of shipment, we reached 3 million units just for open market, not just for China Mobile, China Telecom, and China Unicom. Huawei's philosophy is not only providing quality products for enterprises, make deals, but we are trying to improve every day we learn through our partners and how we can embed more applications, how we can build up more services, combining our service providers and not only our esteemed partners, for instance, like hardware partners like Qualcomm, whom I worked for a long time ago, and also from our OS partners like Google, and some services partners like Amazon. We're trying to embrace all these applications and feed them to the users who are either in the United States or in China or elsewhere in the world. In 2014, when we launched this product, we are very hesitating. We thought, okay, since Huawei's background is enterprise solution, are we able to do well on open channel, open market business? And from the years of hard work and our support, the support from our partners, eventually we prove ourselves. Within 1 quarter, we're able to ship just a single market version. We're able to ship multi-millions devices into open market to satisfy the consumer business. In terms of device industry, what we see nowadays are there are quite a few vertical markets or quite a few form factors that belong to different kind of categories. For instance, like smartphone, which probably going to be center of day-to-day life. And we also see tablets more on kind of merging the enterprise like laptops to mobile handsets nowadays. And then we see telematics, and we see smart home, connected home. Even when I check in this hotel, I see that this beautiful hotel actually evolving himself to be more digitalized as well. For wearables, probably some of you are more familiar with the Google Glasses and Google Android Watch, which can not only monitor your day-to-day health, your sleep, track your productivity calendar, and also can do voice search from your Wear Watch, but also able to bringing productivity and your individual day-to-day life together. So all these are really showing that mobile device is actually a platform, can provide not only hardware platform, but can provide a client server-based solution to our consumers to improve our efficiency and improve the quality of life. This slide shows some of our approaches to, in terms of how to bring the connections between hardware to each human being. What we approach here is to have mobile handsets, and then we have a server cloud, which store a lot of data. Nowadays, people call it the big data, and also we have operating system that we work with our partners. And of course, we also have tried to learn from our partners like WeChat or Facebook, Twitter. A lot of them trying to connect mobile hardware with social networking functions and to build up reputations, branding images, and qualities by word of mouth. And also in user engagement, When I was working in Ericsson and Qualcomm, we're more working behind the scenes. We're more focusing on quality of purely hardware itself. But nowadays, I think it's so important to let users tell us whether or not this product is good. They are actually the decision maker of what features should be implemented into the product, what we should implement in next generation technology. The last two slides, I'm not going to too stress about it because it's more related to channel or open retail business. So Huawei is trying to learn from enterprise solution provider to understand what it means by connect, content, community, and commerce. And for especially nowadays, when we think about collaboration in the world, to be successful in the industry, we really need to embrace ourselves to be partnership oriented, not only just to sign deals, but also need to be partner-based business moving forward. For this slide, we see that we are not just need to build up a full channel strategy, price stability, but we also need to consider what our partners should be looking after. And a month ago, I know Dr. Gao, you invite Walmart, executives from Walmart. This slide was actually particularly for him. And we are trying to see how we can work with e-commerce friends and our partners, not only from technology, but also for partners who are actually building up e-commerce and industrialized digital economy. So thank you so much for this short presentation, and I'm very happy to see all of you, and hopefully after the presentation we can talk more, catch up. Thank you.